Hey guys, Donnie RightSide here, Bookmakers Review. Are you ready for Thursday night football, an AFC North battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers? The first place Pittsburgh Steelers, fresh off a victory over the Baltimore Ravens in Pittsburgh. It's going to be an interesting turnaround because Thursday night football games are tough, particularly in the division. What did we see out of the Cleveland Browns the previous week? Got absolutely smoked by the New Orleans Saints. Going to be Wilson versus Winston in this game. Rotation number 111, 112. Kickoff once again Thursday night, 8:15. Looking at the lines, opened up at 3.5, currently sitting at 3.5 across the board. The total, though, how about this? 41.5 was the look-ahead number. We're now down to 35.5 and 36.5 across the board. Make sure you're shopping around, getting the best possible pricing here. Also, if we take a look at weather conditions in Cleveland in late November, you know it gets pretty chilly. 40 degrees at kickoff. Precipitation is in the forecast with a chance for some showers, some sprinkles, some hail, some sleet, whatever you want. You know it sometimes gets down and dirty in Cleveland. And windy conditions, not necessarily, but they are going to be around 10 miles per hour, which is the reason Rock'em Sock'em Robots out there, tough, bruising division. That line sits in the mid-30s. And I think that's about right. But let's be honest with ourselves. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a much better football team over Cleveland. And I don't think there's going to be a layover from Russell Wilson and the Steelers getting a victory on Sunday where they're not going to want to focus on the Cleveland Browns. This is a rivalry, quite frankly, it's been owned by the Pittsburgh Steelers since Cleveland has moved back there as a team after moving to Baltimore, getting their new team back. Pittsburgh has absolutely owned them. There'll be a lot of terrible towels in those seats on Thursday night. Let's take a look at some props that I like in this game. Jaylen Warren over 13.5 receiving yards. In the last 4 games, he's had at least 13 receiving yards. And if we are looking at some slightly windy conditions, some precipitation in the forecast, one screen pass could get that job done. We're going to take Jaylen Warren over 13.5 receiving yards. And also, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. Usually, you know me, Donnie RightSide. What am I talking about here? Hey, what can you do in games on Thursday night, home team or no team? Nonsense. The Cleveland Browns are absolutely dead and buried. Pittsburgh looks to be one of those teams, one of the better teams in the AFC. They'll exert their dominance here on Thursday night. I'm laying the 3.5 points. So 2 things to look at, both from a Steelers side. 1, we'll take the Steelers minus 3.5 to win this football game and cover. And 2, Jaylen Warren over 13.5 receiving yards. Let's get the sweep. It's Thursday night. It's prime time. It's pay time. Let's get after it. I'm Donnie RightSide for Bookmakers Review. And as always, good luck on those wagers.